I hit my the button so it stopped in mid-video, so I have two parts of this video. Just again, this particular unit, 677 here, I've got tracking me so overwhelmingly so in false emergency and also just tracking my vehicle. It is completely unlawful to use your emergency brand or services to intimidate or track an individual. These people wouldn't even be allowed a warrant to do that. They work in, sorry, it's my music on. They work in, together with the Orange County Fire Authority. I've got, after a certain point in time, it's no longer a coincidence, right? I can't even count how many times I run into them on the road tracking my car, just passively and using false emergency. So I've followed them before to see what the emergency was about, at a safe distance. I'm not telling them, including our Orange County Fire Authority, the fire trucks, where suddenly there's no emergency. The emergency lights just go off. And I looked it up and just to see what the deal was about that. Do they have any regulation on it? Is it unlawful? And it absolutely is. I can't quote you right now. It's listed in the state and also in federal, it means across the United States, that you cannot use your vehicle unlawfully. Notice how they parked it here in they're not in an emergency. This is a red zone, and they just parked their car. Here's where I'm parked right now. I just got a bagel and cream cheese, and I got a Celsius at the CVS to go. I'm going to eat this in my car. I don't know what I'm doing exactly today. This is what I like to do. I like listening to 88.1. And they have big band music on Sundays, and that's what I do. We're allowed to do that in the United States. And I get harassed before and after my car looked the way it did. And if any of you are looking at my channel or know me in general, you know what my car looks like, right? That's a product of an indirect product of one of the government entity right there, Falck. They're a private emergency vehicle. They are based in the city of Orange. I'm sure many of you may be out here eventually listening to this when you see my website. And if any of you have trouble with the Falck tracking your vehicle, if you start to notice that to a point where it's no longer a coincidence, there's probably a reason for that. They are not authorized to do that. I would like to hear from you, so please contact me through my channel, Third Eye Media 112. I'd like to hear from you, but you're going to have overwhelming, indisputable evidence of them tracking you or harassing you in any kind of manner that isn't involving an emergency. That they do this to people throughout the state. They're contracted in South Orange County. Other ambulances also do this, especially ones affiliated privately with the Orange County Fire Authority. They have their own ambulances. Aliso, there's one, Aliso has a service, and many others throughout Orange County and Southern California. Most ambulances are affiliated, they're private. They're a private contracted service, and not affiliated with a government agency or anything like that. But they, like other emergency vehicles and systems in place, that includes, the Transit Authority. That's another one that works directly with law enforcement and has no warrant capability whatsoever, but they also track people that got put on a list or whatever, or they don't like, in my case, and that's what we're dealing with. So at first, I'm walking from CVS back to my car, and the fire engine drives through, no lights on, just driving through, because I think they're catching on to my videos. They know what they're doing is unlawful. And so now they went silently past me, and I caught the end of them leaving the parking lot. No emergency. I would have heard the sirens. I would have seen the lights if there was an emergency near CVS or Ralph's Market on Lake Forest Boulevard. There is none. They took a really strange route, driving through a parking lot to get to Serrano Creek Road is back here. That's sort of weird, isn't it? I've got lots of examples of that.